Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Pedro here. I'd like to welcome you to the Manifestation Discourses. This is lesson number 5, and I want to begin by emphasizing that the lesson that I am about to impart to you over the next few minutes that we have here together could be one of the most important lessons in helping you really overcome any challenges that may be plaguing you in your life. And in our journey together, I'm going to take your hand and lead you on a path. I will lead you to a door which I will call at this point the kingdom of heaven. In the last lesson 4 of the Manifestation Discourses, I wrapped up the session by intimating that I'm going to reveal to you the spirit world. That in this video I'm going to do better than reveal to you the spirit world. I'm going to reveal to you how you can escape the shackles of poverty, ill health, and unhappiness, and bring into your life happiness, health, and success. And 2 more powerful gifts: the gift of joy and the gift of peace. Majority of the challenges that face people in today's society stems from the fact that they have developed a deep tendency of judging according to appearances, judging from their 5 senses. What do you mean by judging according to appearance, Pedro? And how does that impact my life? Very simple examples shall suffice. You hear from the news or from your friends that there's a virus going around the city. And based on that information, you judge wrongly that the virus of the world can affect you. And as a result, you open up the door of your subconscious mind to plant seeds of ill health in your unconscious realm. And like they say, your wish is my command. What is planted in your subconscious realm comes back to you as a manifestation in the form of a disease. Perhaps you are looking at your bank account. The creditors are knocking on your door. The rent has to be paid. and you look at your bank account and you see that you have no money, and you wrongly judge by the appearance of no physical money, and immediately you jump into a state of worry, a state of doubt, which creates a vibration of fear within your subconscious mind. And this vibration of fear shows up as anxiety in your physical body. Again, you have judged according to appearances, and this fear leads you to make wrong decisions, which exacerbate the situation and make it difficult for you to demonstrate the supply, the success, the finances that you need to overcome the challenge that you're faced with. You have judged according to appearances. Perhaps you're talking to somebody and they state a negative remark to you, or somebody rejects you, and immediately you jump into a state of unhappiness. You have judged according to appearances based on your senses, in this case what you have had, and have falsely taken that information to be the truth, and as a result your happiness has been impacted. My dear friend, I'd like to take you on a journey in which I will reveal to you the truth. And the truth is that everything that you see in your external world, everything that you judge based on your appearances, based on your senses, are the world of effects. You can never change effects by trying to manipulate effects. You have to go back to the true cause of all the problems and all the challenges that you may be experiencing in your life. The journey that I'd like to walk you through right now, I call the journey of self-mastery. When you judge according to appearances, you are operating in the world of materiality, the world of physical sensations. You're operating in the world whereby you are attached to certain outcomes. And when you do not receive these outcomes, you experience a significant amount of sadness. And a lot of this pain comes about due to the attachment to the physical body. As you go about your day-to-day activities and you meet people on a day-to-day basis, I'm sure you have noticed that majority of people are energetically off, if I can use those terms. There is a huge amount of anxiety plaguing majority of people. And this anxiety that you see that's plaguing majority of people is a symptom of an unbalanced mind. So we have two challenges here. We have the challenge number one, whereby you judge according to appearances. You judge according to your five senses. And as I've said, what you judge according to your five senses may not necessarily be the truth. For example, if you by a harbor and you're watching a ship go out into the ocean, at some point it will disappear, and you will believe that the ship is no longer there. You have judged according to appearances using your eyes. So what you see in the external realm most of the time is not the reality. So that's the first problem that we have. And the second problem that we have is this thing called the monkey mind that is rushing to the future and is always projecting to the past, and as a result can never find peace in the present moment. So what is the truth, Pedro? What is the reality? The reality is that everything that you are looking for, more happiness, more health, and more success, has its foundation in the source, the one pervading essence throughout this entire universe. The infinite intelligence, the oversoul, the universal intelligence, the life principle, God. God. I believe it was lesson number 3. I introduced you to the truth that you are God. And it was very, very intentional to introduce you to that reality at that point in time, because I was preparing and laying the foundation for our journey to lead you closer and closer and closer into the spirit world and bring you to the door of the kingdom of heaven. The true source of happiness, health, and success is the one pervading essence that is all present everywhere, that is all powerful, and that is all knowing. You have been judging according to appearances because you have falsely believed that the truth of your existence is what you see in the external realm, and as a result you have cut yourself off from the true source of all happiness, health, and success. And when you cut yourself off from the source, you will be unable to partake of the treasures that lie in abundance in the kingdom of heaven. So how do we reconnect to our source? How do we reconnect to the God within us, and as a result connect to the God that pervades the universe? Through self-mastery. Self-mastery over the body and self-mastery over the mind. And through practicing meditation, you begin the journey of going further and further and further and further away from the material world, beyond the mental world, and into the spiritual world, and to the door of the kingdom of heaven. I just finished a meditation. I was meditating for 1 hour and 40 minutes. And during this journey of 1 hour and 40 minutes, I noticed that in the first 20-30 minutes, my physical body was very, very, very agitated. I kept shifting my position, because when you sit down is when you begin to feel pain in certain areas of your body that you haven't been aware of. We're talking about self-mastery, but I know that the keys to the kingdom of happiness, health, and success can only be accessed through the development of focus and a strong will on my desire to access the kingdom of heaven. So I sit down through the meditation, no matter how physically painful it is. And as time progresses, I become a little bit more comfortable physically, because I start breathing better. And then I come across the first challenge on my journey to the kingdom of heaven, and that is the challenge of the mind, the monkey mind. Now, I want you to recollect that I shared with you that when you judge according to appearances, you're dealing with effects in your external world, and before you can change the effects in your external world, you must change the cause. And the cause is wrong states of mind. So you come across the first challenge here on your meditation journey, and you discover that your mind is in hell. What is heaven? Heaven means harmony and order. Harmony and order. A harmonious mind that is orderly in right thinking produces a harmonious external environment of happiness, health, and success. On the flip side, a mind that is disorderly and out of harmony produces in the external realm results that are disastrous, for lack of a better term. So anytime you see poverty in your world, or you see unhappiness in your world, or you see ill health in your world, it's a sign that in your mental world you are living in hell. So in our journey, in our meditation journey, we have come across the first enemy that must be subdued, and that is the mind. And as I was sitting down in my meditation, I noticed that my mind is always rushing to the future. It was rushing to the end of the 1 hour 40-minute meditation so I can jump on here and make a video, or so I can cook some dinner. Or it rushes back to the past and thinks about the mistakes that I made. But I bring the mind back. I bring the mind back to the present moment, because the present moment is the only moment that there is. We're talking about self-mastery, ladies and gentlemen. And as I was going through this process of continuously bringing my mind back to the present moment, somewhere around the 1 hour mark, I experienced an indescribable sense of peace, silence, calmness. Now, why is this important? This is important because when you're peaceful, when you're calm, when you're overflowing with joy, then in your external world, you experience happiness. You experience a higher state of health. And from that space of peace and joy, you are on a higher vibration, and the doors to your soul are open to receive inspiration from the heavens, from above, from God, from infinite intelligence, from the universe. And this inspiration and intuition that you receive comes in the form of ideas that will help you achieve more and more and more success. But I promised you that I will bring you closer to the kingdom of God, to the kingdom of heaven, where joy abounds. It's so hard to describe the amount of joy and happiness that exists when you go deep into the spiritual world and approach the heavens. As I was meditating, somewhere around, the 80-minute mark, I started feeling like I was going deep into the center of my brain, deep into the center of my brain, until I reached a point whereby I felt a small globe of pulsating life. In my inner eye, it looked like the energy that drives me originates from a spiritual globe, very small, deep in the center of my brain. More investigation shall follow for me to determine what exactly this is. But I felt like I had gotten deep to the center of my being. And at that center, I felt like the doors to the universe are about to open and reveal to me her secrets. I felt like I was right at the door to the kingdom of heaven. And the joy that I experience at that time, words cannot describe. I am, and at that point I am connected to the infinite power. And the connection to the infinite power gives me access to the wisdom of the infinite power, the wisdom of God. That connection gives me access to abundant energy and vitality. I've eaten maybe a couple of times today, but I have so much energy because this sauce is fueling me with energy I know not where it comes from. I'm getting ideas. My energy is right, and I'm permeated and overflowing with joy. And as I take these feelings out into the external realm, as I come from the kingdom of harmony and order, I create harmony and order in my external world, aka happiness, health, and success. That access to this kingdom comes through the path of self mastery and meditation, so that you can move further and further away from the material world of effects and move closer and closer to the mental realm and into the spiritual realm and into the kingdom of heaven, where all the good things that you desire lay in abundance. Seek thee first the kingdom of God, and all these things, all these good things, happiness, health, and success, shall be given unto you. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to encourage you to go back and study lessons 1 to lessons 5 in this manifestation discourses. It is following the system of heaven, harmony and order. Every lesson has been created in an orderly fashion to introduce you to the inherent powers that are within you, so that you can take absolute control of your life and become the captain and the master of your destiny. The manifestation discourses are in a playlist and a series on Facebook, Alpha Success Network, and also on YouTube, Alpha Success Network. Subscribe to the channel both on Facebook and on YouTube, and I'm going to continue to provide you some more powerful discoveries in this manifestation discourses. I'm sending you a wish of happiness, health, and success.